Have something in common with STH. Have something in common with STH. They have a lot in common with each other.
Have something in common with STH. Have something in common with STH. I never thought we would have anything in common.
Hear of somebody something. Hear of somebody something. I've heard of that new restaurant downtown.
Hear of somebody something. Hear of somebody something. Have you ever heard of this author before?
Heart disease. Heart disease. Heart disease is a leading cause of death worldwide.
Heart disease. Heart disease. My grandfather suffered from heart disease for many years.
High street. High street. Let's go shopping on the high street.
High street. High street. The high street is lined with shops and boutiques.
Higher education. Higher education. Higher education can open up many career opportunities.
Higher education. Higher education. She's pursuing higher education to advance her career.
If I were you. If I were you. If I were you, I would take that job offer.
If I were you. If I were you. Well, if I were you, I'd think twice before making a decision.
In addition. In addition. In addition to the cake, we also have ice cream.
In addition. In addition. In addition to his job, he volunteers at a local charity.
In addition to somebody something. In addition to somebody something. In addition to his wife, he invited his best friend to the party.
In addition to somebody something. In addition to somebody something. In addition to the main course, they served a variety of appetizers.
In a way that. In a way that. She solved the problem in a way that nobody had thought of.
In a way that. In a way that. He explained it in a way that even a child could understand.
In case. In case. Take an umbrella in case it rains.
In case. In case. I always keep a spare key in my bag just in case.
Just in case. Just in case. I brought some snacks with me, just in case I get hungry.
Just in case. Just in case. She packed an extra pair of shoes just in case her feet hurt.
In charge of somebody something. In charge of somebody something. She's in charge of the marketing department.
In charge of somebody something. In charge of somebody something. He's in charge of taking care of the company's finances.
In contrast. In contrast. In contrast to her calm demeanor, he was visibly nervous.
In contrast. In contrast. The modern building stands in stark contrast to the historic architecture of the town.
In contrast to somebody something. In contrast to somebody something. In contrast to her, he prefers a quieter lifestyle.
In contrast to somebody something. In contrast to somebody something. In contrast to the previous model, the new one has more features.
In favor of somebody something. In favor of somebody something. The committee voted in favor of the proposed changes.
In favor of somebody something. In favor of somebody something. I'm in favor of reducing the use of plastic in our daily lives.
In general. In general. In general, people tend to avoid conflict.
In general. In general. In general, I think the project is going well.
In order of something. In order of something. Please line up in order of your registration number.
In order of something. In order of something. The books on the shelf are arranged in order of their publication dates.
In order to do something. In order to do something. I woke up early in order to catch the first train.
In order to do something. In order to do something. She studied hard in order to pass the exam.
In other words. In other words. The weather is terrible today. In other words, it's raining cats and dogs.
In other words. In other words. He's always late for meetings. In other words, he has a punctuality problem.
In particular. In particular. I enjoyed all the dishes, but the dessert was delicious in particular.
In particular. In particular. This book is interesting, and the last chapter is captivating in particular.
In public. In public. She proposed to him in public, in front of a large crowd.
In public. In public. He always behaves well in public, but he's quite different in private.
In recent years. In recent years. In recent years, technology has advanced rapidly.
In recent years. In recent years. In recent years, there has been a surge in tourism to this country.
In response to something. In response to something. In response to the criticism, the company made some changes to its policies.
In response to something. In response to something. In response to the growing demand, they increased production.
In terms of something. In terms of something. In terms of salary, this job offers a competitive package.
In terms of something. In terms of something. In terms of experience, she has more than 10 years in the industry.
In the case of something. In the case of something. In the case of an emergency, call 911 immediately.
In the case of something. In the case of something. In the case of a power outage, use the flashlight in the drawer.
In the form of somebody something. In the form of somebody something. Support arrived in the form of food and medical supplies.
In the form of somebody something. In the form of somebody something. The scholarship was awarded in the form of a check.
In the way that. In the way that. He said it in the way that made everyone laugh.
In the way that. In the way that. She did it in the way that I had suggested.
In this case. In this case. In this case, we'll need to gather more information.
In time. In time. Don't worry, we'll finish the project in time.
In time. In time. I hope I can catch the train in time.
In time for something. In time for something. We arrived just in time for the opening ceremony.